What's up, guys? How are you? I am at the park. Welcome to Nerd Revolution. My name is Delana. I have a lot of shit to do today, and I wanted to do this later, but if I don't do it right now, I won't do it later because I'll be tired. But I've been getting a lot of downloads. Oh shit, and it landed right on. I've been getting a lot of downloads. I was called to bring water and then another salt thingy and rose quartz and some oils. What does it smell like? It smells like eucalyptus and rosemary. Yeah. So thank you guys for being here. I hope everybody's doing well. All right, so on the way over here, this song came on by Ourkast. It's called Liberation, and it has Erykah Badu in it. It has Ourkast, obviously. I don't know who sings the last verse, but I never really paid attention to the words, and like I was parked, and I'm like, listen, I wanted to finish the end of the song, so I'm like listening to this, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, okay? So it really pumped me up, and I'm really happy that this song came on, because this is what it's all about. So the song is Liberation by Ourkast, and it's the one with Erykah Badu where she says, shake that load off, shake that load off, shake that load off, shake that load off. It's that song. But I'm gonna get to it. Hold that thought. So thank you, God, ancestors, past on loved ones, angels, archangels, ascended masters, to the humans and the divine, where the humans and the divine intertwine. Thank you for the support, the comfort, the patience, the guidance, the sound mind, discernment, to be strong within self, to know who I am and where I come from and why we're here, why I'm here. Thank you for giving me the strength to overcome a lot of the bullshit that has been here around, and going through and just coming out every situation with a better heart, with a better outlook, with more clarity and just more faith and love and abundance and happiness and enjoying life, whether it's the small things or the big things, so, and thank you for the support and the protections of you guys, of the light beings, of the people that are truth seers, that can see the truth now, that can move accordingly because that truth has been revealed. To now there's the red flags that you've seen looking back, there's the verbiage, there's the manipulation, there's the transverse, why did I say transverse? Interesting. The transverse, meaning, I don't know why I said, oh, there's a bumblebee. The flipping of the narrative, you know what I'm saying? The flipping of the narrative. It's you guys, but no, it's you. It's not you guys, it's you. And it's not it's us. It's us. So don't get it twisted when, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. And I'm not talking about you who's speaking about it. I'm talking about the people who are listening to what's being said. Don't get it twisted. If you're feeling confused about what these people are saying and what you're listening to and what you're watching, know that ain't it. Confusion should not be a thing that someone makes you feel, right? That right there is a penalty on the field. It's an out. It's an out. It's an out. It's an out. It's a red flag. It's something to pay attention to. And I don't mean in a way of, and I mean in a way of a red flag, right? and just like, oh, okay, people, I'm that type of person. Like, okay, someone can say something, I'm like, all right, they just probably are having a bad day, or people, words words fail sometimes, you know what I mean? So, and then you keep watching, and you hear something else, and you see, and you're just kind of like, all right, okay. So fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, can put the blame on you. Fuck me 3 times, no wait, fool me 3 times, fuck the peace signs, rain the helicopter, let it rain on you, or something like that. So but yes, thank you for seeing that truth. And you know I hope it's changed you, and in a good way, in a way of leveling up, in a way of having better discernment, in a way of taking those, looking back and taking those notes and applying that shit to your life, regardless of who is in it. You understand? It's a way to filter out what's for you and what's not for you, right? So I want to just say that I feel like we of the true real ones, light, and like who are trying to, who are liberated and want to liberate others and are happy to liberate others. I feel like we rose above. We're rising. We raise the frequency of our energy, because there's a purpose to it, right? There's a cycle, there's a new cycle that we're going to, that we're in. Period. Right? We're here. We're in the new cycle. This is day what? 57. I don't know. I'm just throwing a number out there. Whatever day it is for you. You know what I mean? And like, the people that have not liberated themselves, have not been honest, have not been, have been doing the stupid shit and lying and confusing people and playing victim and blaming and woe is me and those people, whoever you are, and I'm laughing because I'm an idiot sometimes. All by myself. I heard that this morning when I was sitting at the table. Wait, I heard all by myself, and wait, what other song was it? Oh my god. I can't remember, but anyways, it'll come to me. I don't remember, but it was funny. I was laughing. So thank you. Thank yourselves, and be proud of that energy, and be proud that that there's even the little things, the little goals, the little liberation. Right now it seems small, but it's the bigger picture, right? It's just the beginning of being liberated. It's just the beginning of the, of your journey, of this liberated journey, right? So props. Props to us. We raise the frequency just enough to be able to continue freely and peacefully. The people who resisted parts of themselves, or refused or rejected, will remain in their soul's true vibration, and others on the same vibration that they will experience. They're going to experience that because they haven't learned a lesson about themselves. They haven't liberated themselves in a genuine, true way. It's more than just saying, "Oh yeah, I'm over it," or "Oh yeah, I'm this," or "Oh yeah, I'm." It's living it, and like it. If the words don't match your actions, then that's what it is, and you can tell because people will fall back into the same. They speak the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm this and I'm that. But yet they go back to, a week or two later, going back to confusion. It's because it's that balance that they're trying to find within themselves, because there has been a crack in their facade. There has been a crack in their identity. There has been a crack in their delusion. There has been a crack of light that they feel. Can anybody see? Does anybody know? Can anybody tell? You know what I mean? That is, I feel like that's what's in the heads of that those energies, you know. It's like they don't see themselves as we see them, you understand? So they think that they're these illusionists, that, you know, just because they're so egotistical and, you know, can put on this front, that nobody sees that they're fronting. You see that you're fronting. And that right there is the crack. Because there has to be a certain amount of like people who, you know, see it in order for the crack to happen, if that makes any sense. Because when they feel as though they're pulling one over on us or pulling one over on themselves, right? Ultimately, they're pulling one over on themselves or lying to themselves. Or just as they lie outward, they lie inward to themselves. So within, so without. So if you're lying outwards, obvious, it's plain to see that they lie to themselves, right? Nobody knows. They can tell I got this. Like, I've been doing this for, you know, people get complacent and comfortable doing things sometimes that they slip, and they start to get so comfortable and confident and sure of themselves that that's when the karma comes. You know, it's like, oh, you comfortable in it, okay, all right, I see you. And it happens naturally, you understand? So these things have been going on for a long time until they came across, you know, person that can see through the dark, you know what I'm saying? And or people who can see through the dark. I'm not just gonna say it's myself, you know what I mean? But yes, I am one of those people. So those people will encounter, those people will stay in their own cycle. They will continue to be their own. They will intertwine in the middle, they will meet each other every time in the middle, to face each other, to see that they are who they are. And if it clicks, it's going to happen as many times. If it doesn't click, it's going to happen again. If it doesn't click, it's going to happen again. Same person, different energy. I mean, same energy, different person. You know what I mean? Just like the storyline, right? The storyline of the first person in question. I mean, you know, that has been, the crack has been revealed, right? There's another person. It's the Siren and the Emperor reversed. Let me just say it. It's the Siren and the Emperor reversed. So I say the Siren and the Emperor reversed. The Siren to me is the Empress reversed. So for me, that's what the download came as. So the Siren, in my reality, in my download, in my whatever vision, is the Empress reversed. Excuse me, the Empress reversed. It's lustful, it's this, it's that, you know, material things. The Emperor reversed is a narcissist motherfucker, you know, a person that will throw the rock, hit you in your fucking head, you turn around, he's there, he's like, what? What? I'm like, did you see that or did you do it? You know, he's like, you know, and he's like, do what? You know, and you're like, what do you mean do it? And then you know, it's like you confront that, and then they get all offended, like, I can't believe it. You're acute, you know. It's like, no, it was either you or you. Oh my God. So, and you know, for me, myself personally, I am in competition with 4 people. Me, myself, and I, and the person I look at, and the person that looks me, that I see in the mirror. Those are the only people I'm in competition with. Which are aspects of myself. So, you know what I mean? So it's like, the only person that I need to be in competition with, or want to be in competition with, is myself. Because if I'm worrying about what fucking that person and this person, you know, then I'm not focused. It's like arguing with somebody. If both people are yelling, nobody's listening. So if I'm over here doing this or doing that, or paying attention to what other people fucking have to say or whatever, you know, it loses my focus, right, on me. And I'm not trying to lose focus on me. It's not that I'm selfish. It's not that you think that I'm selfish because we ain't giving you no time of day, no energy, never have, never will, right? I mean, yes, we speak on it, but it doesn't mean that I do well and I can't sleep. No, okay? I sleep very well. I sleep very well. But it's also this. So, okay, so when I used to date this guy, after I separated from the father of my kids, I dated this guy. This guy was always fucking late. I think I said this story before. He was always late. He would be like, okay, I'm gonna be there 8 o'clock. Fucking 11:30 comes and I'm on my way. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like, you were supposed to be here hours ago. Whatever. I'm like, I'm asleep. Don't bother. We all good, right? So that would bother me because it triggered something in me. Like if you said you're gonna be here at a certain time and you're not here, okay, fine. Hey, let me know. Hey, I'm running an hour late. Hey, I fucking something came up. I can't even go. Like, okay, cool. All right, cool. Let me know what's up. That's it. That would be my response, right? But if you're gonna be like, oh, I'm on my way, and like, where have you been? Like, and at first it was worry with this person because he was an alcoholic and he liked to drink a lot, and he would say, I fell asleep. Like, no, motherfucker, you passed out. You passed out in your car. You passed out in your car like 1,000 fucking times. Like, you didn't fall asleep, bro. You drank from the liter of the bottle and yeah, passed out in your car, or you passed out wherever you passed out. But the point is that it triggered something in me, and it triggered my abandonment issues. Of like, okay, first it was worry, and then it was like, okay, fuck, well, maybe he doesn't want me, maybe this, maybe that, maybe this, but and it wasn't that. It had everything to do with him. So I say that to say, I had a very consistent parents when I was a kid. My mom was a fucking drill sergeant. My mom fucking had us do this, that, and blah, like on a fucking schedule, bro. Every Saturday, we'd have to fucking get up at 7 o'clock, do the fucking yard work, and I hated it. And she was very, like, consistently fucking on my ass. She used to she used to tell me to clean my room. I would clean my room. She would go and inspect my shit. And then if she didn't like something, whether her hair was up her ass or whatever, I remember one time she fucking got everything that was on my dresser. I cleaned and I put it back. She came and she said, went like this, wiped it all off the table, all off the dresser, and said, do it again. I was like, what the fuck? All right, cool. I don't know what's going on with you, but my mom was like that, And so I picked it up and I put it on the dresser, and she came in and looked at it again, and she fucking did it again. Clean it again. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to clean it again. I did it twice. You're wiping this, like knocking this off of my dresser, and you're not even giving me a reason of why it's wrong. So how am I supposed to just fucking keep on trying to, fulfill your delusion of why it's like your reason of why it's fucked up? Like, bro, if you want it done, do it right, do it yourself. You can clean it up. And that was the moment that I started standing up to my mom. Because she was a narcissist. She loved to instill fear. She thrived off of fucking how she would like to make people feel stupid in like a sarcastic, narcissistic way, And I did not like that about her. And so, but she was my first narcissist that I learned from. And it was a woman. So, and narcissists, I used to like bow to them, or like not bow to them, but like cower, or like, want to keep the peace and like try to fucking be empathetic, and like, it doesn't help. Like, it doesn't work. Like, it does. Like, now it's like, all right, I see you. I love narcissists now. I'm their worst fucking nightmare, because I could see through the shit. I could see you trying to flip it on me. I could see you trying to manipulate people. I could see it. And other people see it too. And that's why the cracks in your delusion are starting to come out. And that's why the doubt in your head is starting to be like, do they know? Can anybody tell? Yes. The answer is yes. So I say all that to say, people will put on their bullshit. So apparently, we all have different upbringing. Apparently, I'm so sorry. Obviously, we have all kinds of different upbringings. So a person that has to fend for themselves and doesn't have consistent parents will feel like consistency is everything, because if you're not consistent and giving them what they want, they're going to feel abandoned, they're going to feel this, they're going to feel that, they're going to feel like, and they're going to say, you're not worthy. No, but that's how they feel. They don't feel worthy because you're not around. They don't feel fucking safe because, you don't know where they don't know where you stand. They feel all these things, and they want to say, oh, well, it's because you're inconsistent. Yeah, I am inconsistent, because when you have a fucking upbringing of a consistent, we used to call my mom the warden, bro. We used to call my mom the warden. Like, that's some major shit, bro. Like, all of us. Not like my family, but like the kids on the block. Like, yeah, your mom's fucking the warden, bro. Like, for real, she was. And I'm speaking the truth. This is my truth. This is what I've lived. This is what we've come out of our mouths at like a young age. My mom used to like love to like yell at us in front of our friends. She was so demeaning. Like, it was so bad. Like, we didn't know it at the time, but it was just like, it would be embarrassing, but it was like, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. But you grow out of that, and I don't know, some people don't grow out of it because they want to put their fucking trauma, how they feel about it, on you. And, if that's how you feel, then great. You know what I mean? Like, but get off my dick about it. Get off my dick about it. Like, I'm consistently inconsistent, bitch. And I'm fucking, I go with the flow on my shit because that's just the type of vibe that I am. That's the type of person that I am. I can plan things out and like, I just ain't feeling it. You know what I mean? If I ain't feeling it, I ain't doing it. All right? And you don't like it? Okay. Go kick rocks somewhere. Go fucking, I don't know. Go do something. Because I'm not here to try to fill your voids and fill your, and fulfill your fucking trauma and like feed into your bullshit. You're not going to emotionally manipulate me, first of all. You're not going to mentally fuck with me, second of all. And you're not going to physically, but that brings me to, I wanted to say thank you. Thank you. I'm going to do your ass a favor, and I'm going to take that shit as a compliment, because I kind of feel it was towards me, and I know it kind of was towards me. Wink, wink. You know what I'm saying? So no one has ever called me that. I get Joanna, Elena, Selena, all this shit. But I've never, no one's ever called me precious before. And I am precious. So I'm going to take it as a compliment and thank you. And I started laughing because when I thought it was funny, first of all. Because the one thing that popped in my head was Schmeagol. My precious! So I guess I am your precious, if that's what it is, Schmeagol. What the hell? I've been sitting here and look at what's right here. The Devil and the Knight of Swords. Yo. Wow, I didn't even notice until right now. Anyways, it's fucking 23 in. Bro, I haven't even started, yo. All right, so I'm not gonna... So the liberation... Okay, back to that. So this is it right here, okay? So, it says right here, fuck all that. I'm not triggered by you poly people. Yeah, go do something. Don't you have attention with your poly family? Like, don't you have numerous people that you can, count on and shit, other than, money, sex, fucking material things, and, whatever. Anyways, you don't, you really don't trigger me. It's kind of funny. I have things that a list of, I don't think it's in here. I don't think it's in here. Maybe it is. No, it's not. Okay. It's not. All right. So it says, I must admit they played a lot of things in my brain and the veins of my strain, makes it hard to refrain from the host of cocaine, from the horrors of the flame, from the post in the game, makes it hard. Oh, fuck. Oh my God, I can never remember. Makes it. Whatever, I'm passing. Pass! They're trying. They're from the Glock bond and lockdowns and burials. These, wait, they see that. Oh, the seeds that sow get devoured by the same locust. Because it's hard to hoe. If your ass don't move and the rain don't fall, the ground is just dry, but roots are strong and some survive. To your surprise now, I voice their cries. We got more juice than Zeus, slaying lightning, trying to frighten plain dwellers of the Sargenti, but we get beheaded when you're falsely dreaded. Melanone, silicone, and collagen injected. Dissecting my pride. Who the one gonna get it started? We are lion-hearted without infanticide. It's just like the red Sprite. You can imagine it unless you look in at the canvas of life, not through the peephole of morality. Getting over the loopholes, getting paid tenfold on technicalities, clicking your heels but scared to voice how you feel, packing steel, clean dressed or dirty mouth, whether robbing preachers or killing poor teachers. You a scared demon shouldn't be allowed to spread semen. You cowardly lions, never defying the jackals of Babel, running with the pack, tail between your legs. Cackling, helping, the shackling of your brethren happening. Liberated. I'm gonna post that fucking shit in the box below. Okay, so yesterday, me and this dude got Chinese food, right? And I got fortune cookies, and mine said this. It was so on point, bro. It says often interpreted. Oh wait, no. What did it say? It's, oh man, I wrote down the meaning. I wrote this. Did I write this? No, I didn't. Yeah, it's on my back. Man, it said something. Anyways, I can't share it now then. Okay. Psych! Just kidding. So, alright, we're gonna pull cards though. Alright. Oh no, we're doing this. Okay, so I was called to get water, which I did. And then, okay. Tell me. I hear the bees swarming. Interesting. I've never done this before, but there's a Y, a V, there's a question mark. There's trumpets. There's what is that? Judgment. Yeah. There's isolation from something, some type of group. There's a group of like lavender petals, but there's one it's like chained to them. Oh, there's like a cord. There's a tie to something, but it leads. Oops, you hear that? It's bursting. I was gonna say because it looks like because there's like a piece of hair in here, like a light piece of hair, and it's going straight through. It's like it's breaking out, and that thing went. That's what it is. It's like the chain is like we're going through it. Like we've gotten through a group of people. Once, okay, so so that group of just on my face. The group of the lavender petals, one of them was isolated, just one was to the side, but then interesting, so when it exploded, that person ran back to the group of lavender petals. It can also be that, or it can be one person that you are aware of. No, it's not that. It's not that. I'm told it's not that. This person is chained to that group, and no matter how they wanted to separate, they get pulled back because it's a soul tie. I'm telling you, the what I said in the beginning of us raising the vibration, and people that are on the same vibration that we just liberated ourselves from are going to come back in contact with each other. Interesting. One more shake. One more shake. It's the first time I've ever done this. It's kind of cool. Oh, there's like a person. Oh my god, I wish I could show you. Okay, let me see. Oh wait, that's my big ass head. I can't show you. I can't show you. Hold up. That's funny. Okay, there's my big ass head. But there's a person. It looks like a person. Yeah, it's like the chariot. It's like the chariot. There's a person, and oh my god, this is so cool. Moving forward. Taking the step forward. It looks like a foot. Okay, I wish I could. Okay, I'm gonna stop this. All right, guys, I hope you saw that photo. I don't know, maybe you got something else out of it. You can leave it in the comments if you wish. Nobody really comments on my videos. It's fine. It's fine, really. I'm tripping up. That's one more thing that I need to worry about. Mr. Willow, may I? Call upon the sun. Oh, hey, birds. I call upon the sun, the fire, the earth, the ground, the wind, spirit, earth, water, air, fire. We have water here. Okay, let's do this. Damn, that was a long intro. I told you I had a lot of downloads. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles, the Devil, and Seven of Pentacles, overcoming this energy. You see, at one point it would, oh, bumblebee. You see how it was giving, like, it was giving. We were giving. We would bow down. Yeah, the word is bow down when you come to bow down. Bow down. The westward bound. Oops, I almost flipped you off. Westward bound. Anyways, but yeah, it was like that energy of this right here woman. With the Devil card next to it, that's how I feel. But it's like, you see that balance there. It's like the Devil. You see how they're hypnotized on that thing? You see how they're like focused on that balance thing? Ooh, and you know isn't that what they use for the incense in church? Yeah. And she reminds me of like the Virgin Mary, like, generic version. But look at how that, and you see it's like they're focused on that. It's like they don't want the focus on them, you see, because it's Devil energy. Knight of Wands, shut the fuck up. They don't want it to see because they're all about the pentacle, yo. But everybody is seeing the hangman because there was communication. There was a path that someone took of truth with the communication here. Now the Knight of Swords is defensive. Oh, because he knows. Ay, ay, ay. There is something coming to an end. Something coming to an end, but yet separating. You see how the Two of Cups here, there's a sword right in between the dark and the light cup. Coming in between the Five of Swords. Something splitting. It's like now we can see the light from the dark, the truth from the lies, the manipulation from the truth, everything kind of is slowly but surely, as we can handle the truth, right, is coming out, and it's separating. It's a fine line. It's a fine line. Okay, it's bringing heartache, but yet, ooh, baby, it brought heartache. It brought heartache. It was something. This cycle right here was what was happening to us at one point, right? It was like the empaths, the people who were true were overtaken by this devil energy and putting us through all this stuff, right? Like, consciously or subconsciously. Where is it at? What was I doing? Right here. It's like going through all this, right? It's like the devil's here. Where was I? I'm sorry, I lost track. Owie, owie, owie. We had the King of Swords, right? The Knight of Swords, yeah. So it was the Knight of Swords underneath the devil, and then it was the it was the Eight of Wands. There was it was Page of Swords. Page of Swords came in with this truth, looking at the past. Okay, we're gonna move forward blindly with faith, giving that communication, everything out, right? Quick communication. All right, so then that happened. There was the Knight of Wands after the devil. It was the Knight of Wands after the devil, and then the Knight of Swords put up his defense, right? Put up his defense, but it wasn't a defense. You don't have to put up a defense if it's like defending yourself from the truth. It's like, why am I going to defend myself? I know the fucking truth. But people who defend themselves, it's like, that's because, okay, so you know how you can have a conversation with someone and then all they get out of the conversation is something that they're faulty about. So that's what they defend. It's like, okay, you just pulled your own covers, motherfucker. Like, that's what you got out of that? But I see why they would defend it. It's because it's their conscience. Like, if it's people's conscience, they'll bring it up. Okay, so now there's something that has changed. There's a perspective that has come into, like, awareness, right? There's an awareness of something. It was the awareness of the Five of Swords. Like, damn, I'm defenseless. There's, it's like everything that they were trying to use to make people see things a certain way, now they have to sit with it, right? Things coming to an end. Well, the Pentacle was way before. Okay, whatever. So it's like, it was all about the money. It was all about that. I'm not saying the Pentacle, to me, it means something else, but next to the Devil card, it's about materialistic things, and in a way of excess, in a way of, could be dirty in a way that's like not all good money's, not all money's good money, right? In that type of sense is what I'm saying. It caused heartbreak, but it taught us something, and we still offer the cup, and we still move forward, right? Because it has split. There is a fine line between love and hate. There's a fine line between true and false, there's a fine line. Well, now the line is drawn, right? We know who's on what side. I mean, there's still yet to be revealed because there's probably people that are coming out that you didn't even know were a part of it, and boom. But I do believe the Emperor reversed and the Siren, which is in my field the Empress reversed, they are a match because they both have the same vibration. They both are delusional. They both want to put the focus on something else other than themselves. But the truth is here. The truth is here. And not only that, with all this, right, it becomes walking away from something and going to something with a better foundation, right? With a solid foundation, with heart, with, protection, with peace. You see, this is really peaceful. It's on a hill. It's, it's far away from people, but not like it's far away from life, busy life, but yet not so far that you still cannot enjoy other people. You can still stay in your own energy, right? With the Knight of Pentacles here, yes. With the King of Pentacles here, excuse me, the King of Pentacles is the slowest moving motherfucker on earth. Doo-doop, doo-doop, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. That's in the funny sense, but you know what I'm saying? But that's a victory. Slow and steady wins the race, baby. And slow and steady wins the race. And that was a decision. That was a decision made by the universe and self, like you and the universe, right? Us and the universe, because it was illusion. It was like, okay, I'm gonna tread lightly. I'm going to still move forward, but I am aware of what people are wearing, what masks are doing, and what they're trying to blind you from, what they don't want you to see, what they want you to believe it's you, right? But it's not, because judgment is here, baby. Judgment, justice, and the sun. You was scared, demon. You shouldn't be allowed to spread semen. The sun is here. Yes. Look, okay. Oh, baby. All right. Look, everything, and and look, judgment, justice. All these women here. This woman is blind. You see her eyes are white. That truth is going through that owl. The owl is wisdom. Just because you can't see doesn't mean you can't see. You understand what I'm saying, right? Your eyes are closed. You walk with faith, not fear. Don't fear man, fear God. Never fear man. You look. There's narcissist definition of a man. It's like, I could do this, I could do that, but in all reality, they want you to believe that in order to make it seem like they're a good guy, because I've dealt with fucking narcissists all my fucking life. And yeah. That's why I move the way that I move, by myself, yes, but also I don't pay attention to these motherfuckers enough to care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never talked, emailed, nothing, any of these people, but they like to spin the narrative that whatever. It's the same story. The first hoe bag fucking tried to claim, and now she passed the hoe bag to someone else, which is the Emperor reversed, right? You want to say it's disrespectful. You think it's disrespectful because because you're not used to people telling you the truth, probably. Okay, so there's, that was my Nina. She's like, I'm gonna get food, you want something? She's so cute. Anyway, she's I love when she's here. But anyhow, I've dealt with narcissists all my life, and it's just amazing how they want to, you know, make you believe that it's you, and they spin the same narrative that the fucking, you know, they just pass the story on to the next person. like bullshit. No. I don't even know. I don't even know. I didn't even know you guys fucking were in it together, but I can't talk. I didn't know both you fools were in on it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I had an idea, but like, it's just confirmation. Anyway, look at these came out. So Temperance, the Hierophant, and the Moon. So it's like the Temperance angel is here. Earth angels are here to restore balance, to bring balance to chaos, to bring balance to chaos in the mental state, in the subconscious, to bring clarity to chaos, right? With the Hierophant energy here. We started with the devil, and now we've evolved to this, right? And knowing this is the subconscious. I said it and I didn't even say it, you know? I said it, I didn't even say it. I said it and I didn't put two and two together because the moon is a subconscious. It's a subconscious. It's fucking, it's otherworldly. It's the unknown. It's things that we act out, not knowing that people act it out. You know what I mean? It's like they're very unaware of who they are, so they become a chameleon. Yeah, they become a chameleon. And I remember when I first met that guy that I was with after the father of my kids, I looking back, I remember things that he would tell me. Like he says, oh yeah, I just mirror them. I just mirror people, you know? And I'm like, what do you mean? And he was like, yeah, like the way they act, like I just, you know, kind of act like them and say things in a different way that they have just said, thinking that they're on the same page. And I was like, why? Well, why though? You know? And like, I never really, I got a fucking text and I pushed on it, I'm sorry. And it's like, why would you do that though? Like, you know? And oh my God, my nose is itching. And he was just, but that's who he was. That's how he got through life. And I can only say that he wasn't true to himself. He didn't know who he was, and that's why he was an alcoholic. He struggled with his inner demons, and you know, he struggled with that, and he tried to make everything, oh well, this and that, you know. And it's like, at one point I was like, no man, like nah, it ain't me. I'm doing everything in my power to fucking try to fucking make things right, and you just fucking trying to still on the problem. Fuck off. No, I don't think so, bruh. We good. I'm good. And I never, you know, I you know, you just, sometimes you just gotta see it for what it is. And, you know, no matter how you love the person or care about them, not that I fucking care about these people, but you know what I mean? As human beings, obviously I care, but I can't care enough to where it affects my decisions or affects my mental state about what they're trying to portray to me, whether it be me or other people. And either can you. Don't let them get in your mind, because that's the only way the devil can control you. You see what I'm saying? That's why he has to manipulate you to make you think it's your fault, to make you feel guilty. So then you'd be like, oh, you can give to him. No. No. Oh, is it too hard? Is that so much to ask? Yeah, bro, it is, when you fucking be acting like a fucking fool. It is a lot to ask. You're asking the wrong bitch. I mean, if you really asked, you know what I'm saying? In your delusional, made-up fucking stories. The King of Swords. Page of Swords. Ooh, baby. He's gonna be offended by this, I'm pretty sure. Oh, wow. Yeah. What the hell? Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Yes, baby! Damn, Gina. Damn, Gina. Okay? We have the Page of Swords and the King of Swords and Knight of Swords. It's going to be a hard pill to swallow. It's going to be a hard pill to swallow. Look at this guy's eyes. They're red as hell. They're demonized. Ooh, he's going to demonize you. Someone's gonna demonize someone. Try to anyway. Yeah, but he portrays to be the not King of Swords, but he's really the Knight of Swords. He really is. He looks a little intimidated, no? Because when someone speaks truth without manipulation, but in their head, everybody manipulates because they manipulate, right? Everybody does this. I get the same person over and over again. Well, maybe you should change, and then you will see the type of people you attract will be different too. If you're not going to change, or live in your woes, then that's your problem. All right, the Knight of Wands here. We have the Knight of Wands. Like, okay, I'm taking action here. Like, I see you. I see you. I see you. I can see why you would be intimidated. You don't need to be, but you are. You're actually a child that has been fed a lot of things that harsh truths that maybe hurt you in the past, that maybe hurt you as a kid. Maybe you told yourself certain things, or maybe people told you certain things, or maybe certain situations came across that like you couldn't speak your truth. You just had to believe and go along to get along. Maybe you didn't have a male role model. I didn't have a female role model. She was a narc, and I was like, I'm gonna try my best not to be like you. She taught me how not to be, though. I cannot, even though I'm talking shit, I still appreciate the parents that I have, because, well, my dad is still alive, but I appreciate what they could give me, even though they gave me very minimal. They still taught me something huge. They taught me how not to be. They taught me how not to treat people. They taught me how not to, they taught me how to feel, how to see things, how to see through certain, by how they were, how to use my gifts, even though I had them naturally as a kid, like, to see beyond the surface of things, to see beyond what people say and read between the lines, and just like catch on and like be mentally aware of my surroundings, of people and places and things and shit. They taught me a very value, something that I've carried with me forever, since the day I can remember. Like, I knew I never wanted to be like my mom in certain ways, and I always knew that I never wanted to be like my dad in certain ways. My dad was very passive. My mom she was overbearing with him, because my dad just wanted peace, but he made it his own decision to stay, because for the kids, and that's his problem, that's his fault, and him telling me that when like, oh, I stayed for you guys, like, don't do me any favors, fool. Like, you guys tortured us by arguing and shit all the time. It's like, bro, I'd rather you guys be apart. I told my dad, you need to get a divorce. I was the one who pushed him to move out. Bro, me and my dad moved out one day. Man. So one day, my mom pushed my dad and in front of me, and I got in the middle and I pushed her back. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Don't fucking touch him. Like, why are you letting her touch you? Like, what's going on here? I was probably like 13 or something. I'm like, don't ever fucking push my dad in front of me. Don't ever fucking touch my dad in front of me, Like, what are you doing? Because she used to hit us, and me seeing her like push my dad just fucking was like, no, bitch, you're not gonna do it to my brother. You're not gonna do it to me. You're not gonna do it to my dad. I was not having it, And I cared about my dad a lot, At the time, it was very, very giving towards me, and but anyhow, it was because he couldn't be there with us because he worked a lot, and I get it. But at the same time, I told him, like, we gotta go. Like, you can't be with her. Like, she's aggressive. Like, it's not okay, So we found a place to stay, and we were so we knew my mom was that crazy to like make a huge scene and probably prevent us from leaving. So I'm laughing about it now, but it was kind of fucked up. Me and my dad, I took a day off. I didn't go to school one day and he didn't go to work. And during that time, because my mom worked an 8 to 5 shift and she normally, like clockwork, came home at 5:30. We packed up all our shit in one day and left, and my mom came home, and this is when like it got dark sooner, and that normally the house lights are on, you know, when it gets dark and stuff, but when she came home, all the lights were off and nobody was home and all of our stuff was gone. It's kind of fucked up. It's kind of fucked up. I feel bad for making that choice, but I knew that we had to make that choice because the other alternative was chaos and arguments and I don't know, you know. Sometimes we gotta break our own heart and shit. But anyway, back to this. Yeah, feel a little bit bad. Sorry, Mom. But you were crazy. For real, you were a fucking crazy lady. Warden. So we have the strength card here with Spirit. This card is Geronimo, and he's one of my ancestors from Native American ancestry. And this always reminds me of the ancestors holding that pentacle for you, holding that dream, holding the fucking alchemy for you, giving that to you from your roots. You know what I'm saying? Having the strength to... That's a contract. So some of us have contracts with our ancestors. They gave us the strength. Look, yes, it's the ancestral lineage. It's the ancestral what is it? Abundance. It's the ancestral. It's that bloodline, baby. What that bloodline though? This is something that is like you've known this, but you know, things take time. Things take, you know, and being patient and just sitting here and like waiting and, you know, being just listening and knowing, you know. And right here we have the World card. We are in this cycle already, baby. Enjoy it because there's nothing but emotional abundance here with, you know, and it's also yes, emotional abundance, but it's also being happy in your living out your subconscious in a way that brings you wish fulfillment. Living out your subconscious in ways that bring you emotional wish fulfillment. Damn, bitch. People are gonna hang on to who they are, what they got, and that's okay. You know, if you ain't ready, you ain't ready. Don't force it, man. We ain't asking you to come along. We didn't force you. We don't have a gun to your head. We didn't say do it. No, you just want to keep up with the fucking Joneses. Meaning, you want to keep up with this fucking liberation that we be on, baby. And you care too much about what people think and how you look and what you say and blah 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 blah. What you own, it defines you. It defines you. Deep, quiet meditation and stillness. Tidy house, clarity and organization. All right. One more, please. Eyes of the eagle, rising above the fray. Rising above the fray. Rising above. Look at that eye, baby. Look at that third eye. Look at that eagle eye. Eagle's a scorpionic energy. The eagle used to represent the Scorpio back in the day. Let's see. Eye of the needle, intentionality. Feast of plenty, choices and their consequences. It does say our consequences. It says their consequences. Beloved, radical acceptance. Ooh. They're going to need to... They're going to have a... It's going to be ego death, baby. It's going to be ego death, baby. And then you can speak on it. Because then you went through it. And you'll know. There's a stranger around. Stranger danger! You know, but this stranger is not dangerous. This stranger is... You might see little flashes of light. places around you. You could see dragonflies, you can see fairies, you can see things. You know, your imagination of, children, they have great imagination. They think they're superheroes, and they play, and they use forts, and they fucking, have this deep imagination, but it comes from innocence and purity and like just being free. Like that right here is you're going to see some things that give you clarification that your mentality of being magical and having that childlike perception of life. Where is it at? It's bringing color. You see how it's like light and dark here? This spark is bringing color into your life. This spark is bringing life into your life. Could be you doing it for yourself. We all got to do it for ourselves first, because, and if I'm selfish, I'm selfish. That's your perception. That's your opinion. That is your programming. Yeah, because I was taught that too, that being selfish is selfish, and I think that is fucking bullshit. But you believe what you want. Ain't nobody, judging you for that. That's to each his own, Okay, one more. Okay, I was told one more. All right, we're doing this. All right, so I'm sorry, this reading was long. I really, you know what? It was meant to. Heart chakra, sacral chakra. Ooh, we've alchemized something. Man, heart chakra again. We've alchemized something. We've realized something. Yes, the frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in the world. Yeah. Yes, and that is something like I didn't realize that I was very passionate. I am very passionate about that. Freeing souls. Alchemy! Shut the fuck up. Okay, it says, the frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge and allow the true alchemist to perform miracles and transmutation. Thank you, Spirit. You're going to realize this soon. All right, liberators. Liberators! Mount up. But it's regulators. Anyways, I'm shitty like that. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there, man. I hope this helps you. I hope it brings nothing but clarity and truth. My intentions aren't to harm, but to heal. We are human and divine, and we intertwine. I'm going to leave you here. My name is Delana. Thank you guys for being here in our revolution. I leave you with health, wealth, and happiness. Peace, love, and harmony. Thank you guys. Live long and prosperous. Bye.